Auckland came alive last week as nearly 25,000 sports enthusiasts, young, old and very old, contested the World Masters Games. A total of 28 different sporting codes were on display, and no event was more popular than golf. 692 golfers teed it up at Remuera, Pakuranga, Muriwai and Akarana golf clubs, with the field featuring former All Blacks, Olympians and a nervy former Black Caps bowler, Martin Snedden, who hadn't swung a club in anger for many years.
I have to say I was really nervous on the first day particularly. There were a few flutters going on in the stomach and I was trying to keep my hands as still as possible when I was putting, but it tends to settle down and the sun comes out and just enjoy the day. It's got a lot of the lovely things that I loved about playing sport competitively years ago, but then you have your disasters, so you have to have the temperament that tries to put that behind you and moves on to the next shot.
Snedden contested the men's 55 to 64 age category, one of 10 divisions at the World Masters Games. And competing in the 75-plus category was the oldest woman in the field, 81-year-old Anita Backley, although her fellow members at North Shore Golf Club know her as Great Granny Garcia.
Well, years ago when Sergio Garcia came on the scene, I was a great fan. I've got a bit of Spanish ancestry and you sort of keep that in the back of your mind. And they started calling me Garcia, and then it was Granny Garcia, and now it's Great Granny Garcia. And I love to watch him.
And now Anita is sinking putts at the Masters just like her favourite golfer, where being the oldest in the field is a badge of honour.
Great. Golf is a game that I took up late, and I thought, well, it's here in Auckland. I'm 81. I probably won't ever want to play in the World Games, and I'm 85, so here I am, yes. To everybody else out there, don't give up. Just keep going. And if I can beat my young friends, I'm happy.
Like Anita, Tahiti's Gustav Lange is a late convert to golf, picking up a club as a 60-year-old. And at 82 years of age, he's the second oldest male golfer at the World Masters Games.
My favorite sport is tennis, and then many friends told me to try for golf. That's why I play golf. I have many young friends who would like to reach my age to play golf. I play for fun and just enjoy every day. I play golf. That's my purpose.
Gustav is contesting his second World Masters Games, having teed it up in Edmonton 12 years ago. And with so few courses in French Polynesia, the chance to play new layouts is a thrill.
Yeah, we only have 2 golf courses in Tahiti, one in the mainland and then the other on the neighbor islands. I play almost 3 times per week, sometimes every day.
Just a couple of months older than Gustav is 83-year-old former Olympic runner Bill Bailey. Being the oldest golfer at the World Masters Games, not a source of pride, but surprise.
I did not know I was the oldest in the field. I did not know at all. Thank you very much for telling me.
Bill plays golf between 3 to 5 times a week with the enthusiasm of Gary Player.
When you get that bit of a click, you know it's gone somewhere.
And having taken up the game at 66 to stay active, he can add a World Masters Games to his 5 Olympic, Commonwealth and Empire Games appearances.
I'm out there to enjoy myself. I thoroughly enjoy the game. It's a challenge and it's got for me to go and do well, and I try hard and I get frustrated when I don't do so well. But to meet all the people, I've been playing with Australians and Canadians and wonderful people, and it's marvellous.
Less than half the age of Bill, but just as inspiring to see swinging away at the World Masters Games, is Josh Hartwell. Like most Kiwi kids, Josh was sports mad, but 10 years ago an active lifestyle was dramatically altered.
Well, on September the 10th, 2007, I was on my 4th training run for the London Marathon, and I had a heart attack, as you do as a 27-year-old. So I collapsed to the ground, and thankfully there was an off-duty doctor coming out of the tube station. She saw me collapse and came and performed CPR and revived me, basically. And if she wasn't there, I wouldn't be alive.
Medical professionals admitted Josh to a hospice to see out his days, but didn't count on the fight in the Levin local. He returned to New Zealand to embark on 3.5 years of recovery. To begin, Josh couldn't much lift his head, let alone lift a club.
At the start, I was literally trying to move. And people were saying, you're not going to walk again. I was like, screw that, I'm playing golf again. When I first started playing again, I'd play 1 or 2 holes, then I'd go home and have a 2.5 hour sleep, just to function as a human, really. And then that gradually wore down and I didn't need to have sleep anymore. So I thought, I've got the stamina for it now, why don't I try 18 holes?
From 1 hole to 9 holes to 18 holes, Josh was soon a member of Manawatu Golf Club. But to play 3 rounds in a row at the World Masters Games was another challenge to overcome in his remarkable life.
I thought, it's in New Zealand, it's in Auckland, I want to go. I can play 1 round and I don't feel too tired now, so times it by 3, should be right.
But just completing 3 rounds wasn't Josh's goal. Like all golfers, he had a personal score he wanted to settle.
My real drive at the moment is being able to shoot under 100. And today, I'm very happy to say that I shot 99, and it was my first round under 100 for this tournament, so I'm happy.
Conquering personal milestones is why Martin Snedden is now a new golfing addict. Like so many, the obsession comes in playing 1 great shot, followed by the frustration of the next.
Yesterday I hit a shot out of a bunker that I just couldn't believe I could hit so well. But other times I try and hit the ball and it goes about 20 yards and I think, oh God. The great thing about it, there's 2 things I suppose. One is that you do find yourself in competitive situations, and I like that. And the second one is that golfers seem to be pretty good people. So yeah, I think it's something I'd love to keep playing.
And no surprise, the evergreen Bill Bailey has great advice for those like Martin looking to try their hand at golf.
A lot of the pros, I think, try to make you look like Tiger Woods or do this or that, but we're all slightly different, built shape and size and whatnot as well too. And you've got too much screwed up in here, you've got to do this and do that, and you don't hit the ball well. You've got to be relaxed in yourself, positive, and feel good about yourself. And just follow through without trying to belt the ball all over the place. And you'll thoroughly enjoy it. You'll get a great satisfaction out of it. You'll enjoy doing it.
And if that's not motivation enough to start training for the next World Masters Games, then leave it to Josh for a final slice of inspiration.
I think that they should definitely try to do something like this. It's great to meet different people from around the world and trade different stories. Not all the people will have a story such as mine, but I'm happy that they don't.
Catch Holden Golf World Thursdays and Saturdays.